Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut. In this video, we're going to talk about Manny Machado, the third baseman of the San Diego Padres. And this video starts right now. Before we get into this video, I'm going to need you to subscribe to this channel and like this video. I do plenty of Mets content on here and Major League Baseball. And this is the kind of channel you want to subscribe to and follow. I'll give you everything you could possibly want out of a Mets channel. Trades, free agent signings, Mets history. I got everything here. So this is the channel you want to subscribe to. Mets fan, you'll understand when a player says they're going to opt out, they're going to opt out. And we saw that last year when Jacob deGrom said he was going to opt out before spring training. He said, I'm opting out. He opted out. And he went off to the Texas Rangers. And I will do a separate video on Jacob later on today, and we'll see when I post it. But here we have from Arizona spring training. From Chelsea Janes, and I put see the tweet right here. Machado confirms he plans to opt out at the end of this season, said Padres know where he stands when it comes to a new deal. Note the market has changed dramatically since he signed. Quote, there's a lot of money out there. As a player about to opt out, it's pretty good to see. Pretty good. So, we know that next year is going to be a very impressive, an extremely impressive free agent class. Machado said he's going to be part of it. Shohei Ohtani's going to be part of it. Julio Urias is going to be part of it. Matt Chapman and a few others are going to consist of a very, very lucrative free agent class going into 2024. Now, Machado has been with the Padres for 4 years. And he's played really well there. He's kind of matured as a player. He's not nearly the sort of polarizing figure that he was when he was with the Orioles and with the Dodgers for a little bit. So we're getting a chance to really see the player mature. Now, he's 30 years old. And he is a guy that, great defensive player. He's never going to win the Gold Glove in the National League as long as no Arenado's in the National League. But he's a great defensive third baseman. He's a great middle-of-the-order threat. He carried their offense last year. It's really, even though they had Juan Soto there last year, he was their offense from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. He has been an excellent player for them. And really, since he's walked into the major leagues at 20 years old, he's been one of the best players in the game. Like I said, offensively, he's a great power hitter, very good offensive player, very good average hitter, does everything right. In 6 of the last 10 years that Machado has played, he has gotten MVP votes. Last year, he finished second in the league with 32 home runs and 102 RBIs and a wins above replacement of 6.8 with a batting average of 298. So this guy is at the top of his game as a player. Now, as you know, he started his career with the Baltimore Orioles in Camden Yards playing for our manager, Buck Showalter. Now, Buck, when the Mets played the Padres, kind of sort of dispelled the kind of idea that Manny's quote-unquote lazy. He said that he's such a good player that he makes a lot of things look very easy. And that is kind of how he looks at it. Now, I think that there is going to be quite the push for the New York Mets to bring this particular player in because Buck knows him. And because Buck knows him and he played under Buck, I would assume that, he's going to push hard to get him here. Now, we know we have a third baseman and Eduardo Escobar going into spring training. We also know the Mets have quite a few prospects that could be the third baseman on this team or could not be. Brett Beatty being the lead candidate. Now, Beatty's going to get quite the look with the WBC and Escobar going to play for Venezuela. You also have Mark Vientos, who's considered a third base prospect, but maybe more of a DH type. And, of course, down the line we have Ronnie Mauricio, another prospect. But as you know, with the New York Mets now, they don't really look at things two-dimensionally, one-dimensionally. They always look to see what they could do better for themselves. Now, as we know, as well with the New York Mets, that the Mets struggle with power. They need a power hitter. Now, we will see how this season unfolds. I believe the Mets are going to go deep into October this year. They're predicted to win 97 games by projections. I think it's a little high, but we will see if they're able to acquire power. If we have players such as Beatty and, of course, Francisco Alvarez that are able to sort of take a step forward and be regular Major League players. But that'll be, as we will see that as the season unfolds. But back to Machado. Since the year 2020, the San Diego Padres have been paying Machado $32 million over the course of the contract. This year, he is due to make $32 million, which he will get. But over the next 5 years, if he stays in San Diego, and this is all contingent on him opting out after 23, he will be due to make $32 million a year over the next few years. So it's understandable economically why he would want to go to the free agent route after this year. He will be 31 years old. He's still in his prime. He could probably make another $3-4 million per year off of this. So or even get a 10-year contract. Now, New York Mets do not have qualms about giving money out, as we know. But there's going to be big competition for who the next big player will be for the New York Mets. Now, Shohei Ohtani's in a different stratosphere. He might become the first $500 million player. As you know, he's a two-way player, both a pitcher and as a bat. But Machado is an interesting player because he does fill a need here if they need this need going into next offseason. But we will keep you posted here. As you know, at the Baseball Hut, I want to do this little video for you and hope you like it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut, and I'll see you later. Now, I love talking about baseball, and particularly I love talking about the New York Mets. So if you want to follow a channel that loves those two things, this is really the channel you need to subscribe to. I know a lot about the Mets, a lot about baseball, and we can talk about it here, and I can learn from you, you can learn from me. I do talk to people, I write to people on a regular basis when you write to me. And, of course, I do all kinds of videos. There are weekly live streams. There are shorts. I would mention I have merchandise on the channel. That please go check it out. I have plenty of baseball caps that you might be interested with the Baseball Hut logo on it. So I want to thank you all for coming by. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. Thank you, and I'll see you later.